Welcome to the Kale Houser Leadership Secrets podcast. Today, let's talk about your most valuable asset. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Kale Houser Leadership Secrets podcast. My name is Kale Houser, co-founder and CEO of Kale Houser Leadership, where we help small businesses achieve greatness. In short, we do that through helping them build amazing connected teams, change the culture of their workplace, and really switch into a growth-minded kind of mindset in order to see the success and meet their goals that they want. That in a nutshell. And in regards to that, you really have to identify, and the point of this podcast episode today is helping you identify what is your most important asset. When you think of the one thing that you possess that is the most important thing and the most valuable to you as a leader, as a business owner, as somebody that is in charge of other people, what do you think that could be? I'll give you a hint. It is not your money. It is not the dollar bills or $100 bills you have in your wallet. It is not the American Express Platinum card or the Black card or any of the other high-level cards that have no limit. It is not your bank account. It is not your 401k or the pension that you have or are about to have or you have set up for your future. It is not the property you own, the car you drive, the boat you have and sitting at the marina, or even the jet that you've got down at the hangar. It is, if you haven't guessed it yet, it is your mindset. It is what is up here. It is how you talk to yourself, how you view the world, and the things you are willing to do in order to meet and succeed at your goals. The mindset you have is the number one most valuable asset that you possessed. It is the thing that you have the most control over, that nobody else can take from you. Now, certainly other people can influence it as you allow them, but it doesn't matter what the government says. It doesn't matter what anyone says. Your mindset and how you see the world and choose to interact with the world is your number one most valuable asset. And based on that mindset, what goes along with that is your creativity and your commitment. Grant Cardone is famous for saying, where you lack commitment, you lack creativity. When you are not committed to something, you are not creative in your approach or your ability to reach that goal, to reach that target that you've committed to. And I will bet you, I'm willing to bet, that if you think about instances back in your life where you have failed to meet a goal that you've set out, you weren't that committed to it, because you lacked the creativity you needed in order to wade through the inevitable setbacks, the inevitable challenges that you encountered along the way. I, in thinking through this in my own life, wanted to be an airline pilot. This was a long time ago. It was before I joined the Air Force. It was Liz and I were still just her and I. We hadn't had our boys yet. And I told her one day, because a friend of mine had brought it up, and it was something I had wanted to do as a teenager before I met Liz, and life happened, and it had kind of through this conversation of a coworker had sparked this interest in me again to be a pilot. And I wanted to go to this school to get all my licensing and then eventually go into the airline industry. And I was committed to the goal, to the form of, we relocated from Washington State, where we were working and living and close to family, to New Mexico, where this school was, away from everybody, literally thousands of miles between us and the nearest family member. And we kind of struck out on our own. Now, I was committed to a degree, but when it came time, when the inevitable setbacks came, and in this case, they were financial, and at that time, the fallout from 9/11 was still hammering the airline industry, and the pilots were still getting furloughed and not called back like crazy. So there was that. But I was absolutely, my commitment met a wall, and my creativity and my desire to meet my goal of becoming an airline pilot quickly faded because I met challenges, and my mindset wasn't such I was nowhere near or had gone through the personal development journey then that I have now. Of course, I was much younger. This was 20 years ago, almost. Man, yeah, probably 20 years ago. 2002, 2003 timeframe. And I lacked the creativity or the commitment to meet my goals. And my mindset just wasn't there to make it worth it, to be committed to that end result. And I was susceptible to fear. I was susceptible to doubt. I was susceptible to, the external environment of our economy and the future of the industry and everything that was happening there, instead of being committed to my goals. Now, if you are the same to where you find yourself not having the right mindset and you're so swayed by these external influences, especially when it comes to your hiring, especially when it comes to actually conducting interviews and finding the right people for your business, please, please, please do yourself a favor. Do me a favor. Let me help you. Go to kalehouserleadership.com and download my free PDF of the top 10 interview questions you must start using in order to find the right people for your business. That will help you and your mindset to meet those commitments and be creative in how you hire people. Make sense? So your most valuable asset is your mindset. Now, certainly your bank account can be an asset or a liability. The car you drive can be an asset or a liability. Having a jet is an asset in the form of it gets you places quicker, but a liability in the form of it's super expensive, depending on your associated net worth. But one thing that will never change, as long as you don't allow it to, is your mindset. It is the one thing that can keep you going day in and day out, no matter the setbacks, no matter the challenges, no matter the external influence, no matter the economy, no matter the politicians in power at the time, no matter who your neighbors are, who your boss is, who your employees are. Your most valuable asset is your mindset and your commitment and associated creativity to reach the goals and desires and targets that you have set for yourself. It is an important factor to remember because it is so critical and so easily lost if we continue to let these external influences influence us. So I would wholeheartedly guard your mind. Put in the good, keep away the bad, and protect your mindset because it is your most valuable, by far, asset. I hope you found this enjoyable. Please shoot me a DM if there's anything I can do for you or you just want to chat. You got a problem that you're not sure how to deal with in your business or hiring people or running an interview, please make sure you visit kalehouserleadership.com. I look forward to talking to you no matter where you're at in the world. Have a fantastic afternoon. Bye.